First off, we're going to start by talking about what's been the most, like, prominent news feature over the past week. Obviously, it's been in the news for the past few years, but the past week especially, has been the ongoing situation with Meghan and Harry departing from the royal family. And the reason why it's especially important today is because tonight in America, they are going to air the interview on Oprah. I think it comes here ITV on Monday.
Yeah, on
but
Monday.
you can tell it's obviously we're not promoting what's it called, illegal streaming, but you can tell so many people are gonna go and like watch it. People are gonna wait 2 days to like, watch it when it's about Britain. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's a bit mad. Like, why America getting it first when it really pertains to like Britain?
yeah. Well, it's the thing. Like, it's their way of saying up yours, isn't it?
Yeah,
like,
that's true. That's true.
But yeah. CBS have stated that Meghan's going to speak about stepping into life as a royal, marriage, motherhood, and also how she's handling life under intense public pressure. Harry's also going to be there, and they're going to talk about their move to the United States from the UK and what they have planned for the future. Now, obviously, even before this interview, Meghan was the subject of a lot of public scrutiny.
Yeah.
And I'm going to let you guys like fully go into town on this, but I've just got like a list of like the majority of things that have happened since Meghan joined the royal family. So, first off, when she started a relationship with Harry, she received loads of racist backlash, which has been carried on to this day. The media once attacked her for wearing trousers to a royal event. There were accusations that she would divorce Harry before they even got married. There was a load of drama with her dad when he wasn't going to attend the wedding, and all the media went in saying, oh, she's from such a rubbish family background, this isn't royal material. Criticism of her wedding dress, criticism of her crossing her legs in the wrong way, attacked for having a visible bra strap, attacked for wearing nail polish, and then constantly compared with Kate, Prince William's wife, except for when they actually did the same thing, in which case Meghan is criticised for it and Kate isn't. Two examples of this being once both Meghan and Kate ate some avocado. Kate was praised, oh, it's cute, she's got a pregnancy craving. The actual quote, this was a Mail headline. The Mail put out a quote after Meghan ate an avocado saying, "Is Meghan's favourite snack fueling a drought and murder?"
What is wrong? What is wrong? Oh my god!
Now, this is I'm not even done yet. So then, and also there was the fact Kate wore like a one shoulder piece and was declared a true princess, whereas Meghan did the same and was branded as vulgar. Then, to finish with, obviously you have the fact that all the stuff going on with Prince Andrew, no like, literally the ratio is completely off in terms of the amount of press attention it gets. And you have the fact that just coincidentally, as this is the run-up to the week in which they're going to have their interview, a bullying allegation arises from 3 years ago for Meghan. Right, so that's my...
Because and the basis of the allegation is that she emailed one of the staffers early in the morning or something like that.
Yeah.
So stupid.
The thing is, you don't even need to say anymore. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, literally.
You don't have to say your opinion. You don't have to say what it is. You just have to tell us what happened. You just have to say exactly what you just said, and everyone can gather.
Yeah. Shweta, I know you said you had some opinions that you wanted to put across.
Yeah, I just think, I don't know, I just think that, like, I'm proud of what they've left now, and that they're doing what they want to do, and I just want to hear the truth from their side, because I feel like everything that happened with Princess Diana, like you've seen the little clips where he's like, I don't want a repeat of history, and it is scary, like what the press can do and everything that's come out, and we just need to hear the truth now.
This is the thing that I thought at first when I saw they were doing an interview, I was a bit like, well, what is there any need? Like, is this not kind of beating a dead horse? But then I kind of realized this is the first chance that she's actually being given a platform to kind of speak. And there's only so much editing you can do to what someone's actually saying in a video, like answering questions that they want to answer.
And there's
sorry, go on.
There's only so much a person can like just lay down and take the abuse as well. Like it is an attack on somebody's like basic human dignity, and like everybody is owed the right and the prerogative to defend themselves and to speak their truth as well.
Mm-hmm. And she must be so tired.
Yeah, honestly, man. Like you were saying before, like you labeled it public scrutiny, but like what it really is racism and sexism. You know.
Yeah. I think like it's literally like all you need to do is like say those things, and it's like you don't even need to analyze it really.
And let's not forget what they did with their children as well. Like with Archie, they literally drew a caricature of him as a primate. Is that not like the most sickeningly racist thing that any
BBC presenter?
A BBC, the national broadcast. Somebody who represent the national broadcasting house in this country, a child, a baby, they drew it as a primate. And it just goes to show like how deeply and how intrinsic the anti-black racism in this country is. Like, I don't know if you guys are aware of like the one drop rule like over in America, but if you look at somebody like Meghan, so racialization works on like physical appearance, right? If you look at somebody like Meghan Markle, she is very white passing. It's just because it's public knowledge that and obviously because people have seen a visibly black mother at the wedding, that this much vitriol is being directed at somebody who doesn't even visibly look black, who can literally pass as white. So can you imagine how like deeply entrenched anti-blackness is in this country if that is the extent that people are going to for a mixed race woman?
Yeah. With Archie as well, it's like not that there would ever be any justification for them doing that based on how the baby looks.
Yeah.
But that was released like literally as Archie was born.
Yeah.
And
they hadn't even seen that. Yeah.
It's only because they know that he has a quarter black
heritage.
Yeah,
literally. Literally. Like people are honestly, this country is so disgusting and racist. They're waiting for the chance to just for the anti-blackness to jump out. That's what they're waiting for. They don't care like who it is or whether that person can actually be racialized as black or not. It's really the one drop rule.
So I don't know, because the thing is, I just know that after tonight, after it airs, because let's be honest, even if we don't watch it, we're gonna know this time tomorrow. We're gonna know what was said, the main points, etc.
Yeah.
I just think no matter what happens, it's gonna kick off again.
Yeah,
like, I'm just a bit.
Logic like really does not apply to the British public in this case. Like everything that you've just read out now, any logical person will look at that and hear that and be like, that is just so ridiculous, and yet it's happening. Like it's hard to believe that this is actually how people have been responding and how people have been moving, but that is really the case. Like,
what do you think about people that say, "Oh, it's not because she's black, it's not because she's a woman, it's because she's American"?
Nonsense.
No, that's
like,
nonsense.
Yeah, you
that's
can't
cover up.
Yeah, you can't divorce it. And also, like a lot of the things that we have to like, they left their royal duties as a couple. And I saw this clip on Twitter the other day. It was a compilation of Prince Harry talking about the media. This guy, he literally quoted, "I hate England." Like he said, "I hate England and I hate this country's media." This guy has been on smoke for this country's media, and because he saw what it did to how the press treated his mother. He's always hated this country's media, and now all of a sudden, Meghan's to blame. Even the snippets of the Oprah interview, people are absolutely up in arms about Meghan, but the snippets that were shown, like there were even some clips where she's not said a word. She's not spoken. It's literally Harry that's doing the speaking, and everyone's pointing their guns at her. It's so blatant. Honestly, the misogynoir is so blatant.
Yeah. And I think throughout the years, Harry has been painted as this. His angst against the media has kind of been painted as, he's this playful,
this lovable rogue, basically.
He's like, he's a funny like guy. Like I remember growing up, my impression of Prince Harry was like, he's like the naughty kid of the royal family, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen that video on YouTube of those like pranksters who have like interviewed the like Home Secretary of the Queen and stuff and said, "We're going to air this interview after, but just say comments now about what you think of the interview"? Have you seen that?
No.
What is it? Sorry, explain.
And it's like all like sort of like people who've worked for the royal family. Just give your comments on the interview as if we're going to air this after the interview, but nobody's watched it. But we'll record it today, and they're just there because they're getting paid for it. Just like literally just going in on Meghan, but nobody's watched it, so they have to play along and say all these comments. And it's like these two YouTube boys are like pretending they were fake like media channel. It's literally like, oh my god, like people don't even want to know the story; they just want to give the opinion.
Yeah, but just goes to show it's baseless.
Crazy.
It's baseless. Like their hate towards her is baseless. Like if you're gonna respond to something that you have not even seen,
what do you think?
They've got a job to do. They've got to follow those rules, haven't they? And it's just crazy that people.
What do you think is as well about the way in which the royal family has responded to, like, obviously I know they are allegedly complicit in their treatment of Meghan, but what do you think about the way that they've responded to the way the media has been coming at them? Because I was thinking today in relation to the whole Prince Andrew thing, and I was like, when you think about how much coverage there has been on Prince Andrew compared to what there should have been, clearly one would think that's because there is someone at the top who's in power who is able to kind of manipulate how much goes out, how much is covered, etc. If the royal family is able to do that, I'm not saying this is a fact, I'm just saying if this is the case, then why would they not extend that same level of help to Meghan, you know what I mean, and help divert media attention away from her if they have so much control over it? Then you know what I mean.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a Republican. Like, abolish the monarchy. It's really outdated, archaic. It's ridiculous. Like, there's this like there's this like activist writer, Kelechi Okafor. I don't know if you guys like know her. She did an interview with Sky News, and she was just talking about like how people are singling out Meghan, but really, if we look at what, like, say for example, these bullying allegations are true, and we look at what the royal family stands for, bro, she's fitting right in. Like.
I think this is what I just don't get. Why is there such a need to preserve this, even if you were not a complete anti-monarchist? Why is there this need to preserve the monarchy as this highly respected figure who have to follow all these traditional rules? Like the fact that William and Harry weren't allowed to cry at their mum's funeral as children, like, that's not even breaking tradition. That is it's just like,
you know what it is? It's because obviously like Britain has like a really, really great and vast colonial history. Like, Britain had the largest empire ever in history, and obviously British people are very kind of proud about that fact. You know, Great Britain, like if we literally dissect the lyrics of our national anthem, rule Britannia, like, you know, so I think there's this, British people have a complex about their great colonial history and the fact that Britain is now not so great, and they project that onto the royal family. Like, they're kind of like the last remnants of Britain's great colonial imperial history, and that's why a lot of British people are very precious about the royal family because of what they stand for.
And why do you think so many people are like that, considering a lot of them weren't even alive during the time that Britain was kind of like colonizing most of the world?
It's just great. It's just colonial nostalgia. That's what it is. It's imperial nostalgia. This idea that we were once. Sorry, when I say we, I'm not. So you know what I mean. Like, yeah. Like the British Isles was, you know, once this great global power. And I said it's that anxiety that they're not that anymore, and it's projected onto the royal family, which are the last living remnants of Britain's colonial history.